when you talk about the costs of doing business and you talk about these losses that are going to come along your trading career, the big thing, the big mindset shift that I recommend everyone makes is to accept losses, so much so that you don't miss re-entries. I'll say it again. I want you to accept losses so much so that you never miss a re-entry. Because if the loss hits you, if it hits your account, and you accept it so well, let it go right through you. Picture it just going right through you. And you staying focused, and you looking for the next best entry, because that loss didn't affect you. You didn't let it impact your focus. I talked about this in the 10 Commandments webinar. I'll link that below or above so you guys can see that. I've talked about this on our Black Shirt Club calls. I talk about this all the time. Focus is a key characteristic to super high achievers, to super successful traders. It's focus. So if you are focused on your plan and you internalize what I'm saying here and you accept losses well, you're never, ever going to miss a re-entry. Now I'm going to show you a situation where this happened to me. This was on September 17th, 7:15, GBP NZD, breaks for a new high of day. Your boy's excited. He loves this pair. He's in long. It's a pretty big stop loss, and I end up getting stopped out there. You can see my entry, 196.30, stopped out 195.98. So a 32 pip stop there. How would you feel if you lost 32 pips at 7:30, 7:45 in the morning before you go to work? Drop a comment below. How would that impact you for the day at work? You're gonna go into work and probably slam somebody's coffee in their face, hit the donut out of Fred's hand as you're walking in the door, right? But that's not real trading. That's not professional trading. That's not what we're going to, implement after watching this video. So here, I get stopped for 32 pips, but I stayed focused. Because I remained focused, you can see this trade took off higher. So what did I do? I got back in the trade. Here's my P&L for the day. You can see the entry price here on the screen. You can see this is a photo of my second entry. And you can see there the 32 pip stop out, but then right below it, the 31 and 18 pip win from the second entry when I got back in. So here, I stayed focused. I didn't let that 32 pip loss even impact me at all. And I got back in, made the money back, and some. And that's a perfect example of how you can bounce back from losses. Stay focused with your plan. So how do we bounce back from losses? The 4 quick tips, right? Number 1, exercise proper risk management. You should not over leverage yourself or be too heavy on size in any one trade. It's going to screw you up. You're going to be emotional because of the money, and that's going to cause you to act emotional, whether you're chasing a trade or you're, again, hitting another trade too heavy or you're going off plan. Those are emotional reactions. By being too heavy on a trade, you're going to make yourself act emotional. So avoid that completely by keeping your size appropriate, never too heavy. Second tip, keep the terminal closed. I would not trade with your P&L open to see the numbers moving. I think it screws with our minds. As human beings, we're not that advanced. You still get caught up in the numbers, especially as your account starts to get bigger. So keep the terminal closed. It'll just keep you making better trading decisions. The third tip I have for you is to reread the trading plan before and after every trade. Internalize it. Don't take it as a joke. Write it down. You've heard me make other videos about this. If you've been following me for the last 5 years, you know this is my big thing. The plan is most important. Most of you are not even going to take the time to write this plan, and that's why you're not going to be successful. It's crazy to me that you won't do it. Blows my fucking mind, but you won't. So if you do it, read it to yourself. If you're the guy that's saying, no, I'm going to prove Austin wrong, I'm going to do it because he's saying it's going to help me, and then it will, read it to yourself at least twice a day, before each trade and after each trade. All right? And the last tip, review the loss later in the day. After reading the plan, after following these other rules of keeping the terminal closed and such, make sure you come back after you've taken a break and you do some analysis on the trade. See, what could I have found better in this trade? Was there a better opportunity somewhere else? How do these two opportunities compare? And how could I make a better decision going forward? That's it, guys. The best thing, the one note that I didn't even write on here, is to not internalize the loss. Bounce back. You cannot bounce back if you take the loss in and let it make you, turn into like cement feet and you sink to the bottom of the ocean. Don't let the loss do that to you. Just brush it off, right? You're not too heavy on it. You're not worried about the money. You're worried about good trades. If you took a good trade, brush it off. There's more winners. Your system should be tested and proven so that you can brush off those losses. That's why I'm such a big believer in our system, because we've tested it. We know that the losses are way less than the wins. Wins way outnumber the losses. So I brush off the losses. The 4-pip loss on CAT CHF, brush it off. Next day, UJ, bang.